Couple Talk here, episode 234. Hard heads make soft hearts. So basically, I came to talk about how we need more, like, I don't know, more, we need more love in the world, if you know what I'm saying. If you know what I'm saying, like the saying, I'm making up the saying, which is hard heads makes soft hearts. And basically what I'm saying is that, hard heads, people um that refuse to listen or are just, I guess I don't want to say stupid, but not smart, naive, hard-headed, hard-headed, don't listen, don't take anybody's advice, hard-headed. I mean, I guess maybe, yeah. Like, need to learn to makes mistakes over and over and over again because they're hard-headed, stubborn. I guess that means that you have a soft heart. Like you have a soft heart. And soft heart is like somebody who's um let's see, somebody who's, loving and caring and gives a lot. Um that's what, you know, that's what I would assume would be a soft heart. So the reason I'm saying it is because um I think we need more hard headed people that, don't listen. They just follow their heart. So it would be so much better if there was a world like that where there's more people who are hard headed and, I mean, I don't want to say dumb, but silly. Maybe silly is a better word. Was silly, and they they were silly, and they just they have a soft heart, which is like they're kind and they're nice. I wish we had a world like that. You know what I'm saying? More kind people. We need more kind people. More kind people. But yeah, I don't know. That came to me tonight, and I was like, that came to me tonight, and I'm like, you know, it's a good concept. And then the opposite, I guess the opposite of that saying would be hard or soft heads. Soft heads make hard hearts. And the reason they say soft heads make hard hearts is because, let's say, for instance, okay, you can report me. I don't care. I don't care. Do you need attention right now? Do you want attention, Mr. Witherspoon? Let's all give attention to Mr. Witherspoon. He needs attention right now. He's trolling, and you know what I say about trolls, right? Let's all give Tommy Witherspoon some attention because apparently he has no life, none whatsoever. He comes on to my live to bother me. So let's give him attention that he wants. Let's give him the attention he wants. Everybody say hi, Tommy. Hi, Tommy. I think he left. But anyways, like I was saying, um like I was saying, the opposite saying would be soft heads make hard hearts. And the reason I say that is because, right? Probably, right? Um the reason I say that is because if you have a soft head, which would be more like open, like it's soft, so it's open. It's not saying dumb. I don't think it would be dumb. I think it would be more like an open, like open mind, soft, like a sponge. So you're trying to um you're trying to like absorb knowledge, gain knowledge. You can't stop learning, and that makes your heart hard because you basically are neglecting your heart because you're trying to keep your mind open. You should always keep. So there's people that have soft heads and hard hearts, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I'm just saying that there's a lot of them right now on earth. I think there's a lot of soft heads and hard hearts. And those people, like I said, they have hard hearts, meaning they're more shut off, they're more closed in, they're more like, I don't think they're always rude or mean, but maybe they're misunderstood, maybe. Like they just wear a shield over their chest. They have a hard heart. So their heart is very guarded, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that can make somebody um like come off as mean, but they don't mean it intentionally. So that's my definition of that. The hard hearts and the hard the hard heads and soft hearts, or then you can be a soft head and a hard heart. And is there unicorns out there? Yeah, with soft heads and soft hearts. Yeah, I think there are unicorns out there. And there's also the hard heads and hard hearts, where they just are, whoop, sorry, where they just are, they're just hard heads and hard hearts. So they're just like dumb and they're mean. Like how can you be, there's people out there like that, I can imagine, but majority of the population is either a hard head and a soft heart, or soft a soft head and a hard heart. That's what I think. That's what I think. I don't know. And then if there's unicorns out there, the unicorns would be the soft heads and the soft hearts. So you're open to knowledge and you want to basically absorb knowledge like a sponge. Your brain is like a sponge, soft. And then your heart is soft in a way where it's like caring and giving and open. So, yeah, that's, I don't know. I just came up with that today. So I think I'm going to make a shirt about it. I'm going to make a shirt about it. Um, Hardhead. I don't know. I don't know how I would like. So I mean, knowing the definitions of them, of my interpretations of what they mean, what do you think you are? Are you a soft head and a hard heart? Or are you a hard head and a soft heart? And then, I mean, think about it. Think about it, like, be honest with yourself. I think that, I think that I totally think that I'm a hard head and a soft heart. Um, Only because I'm very, very, very hard headed and I don't like to listen to other people, um, which can make me sometimes naive. I am sometimes naive and I try to trust in people, and that, because, you know, I do repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Um, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I think a lot of the world is at a stance where, like, at a war, like this is a war zone right now we're in, where the there's a lot of people walking around that are manipulating people and basically like taking advantage of them, like especially the people that are naive, and especially the people that are, hard-headed and just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. There's people that can notice those patterns because they're soft heads, and they notice those patterns, they learn those patterns, they know those patterns, and they will make sure that you follow those patterns still, because they either A, don't want to see you become them, or B, no, I think that A is like the only conclusion to that is like they don't want to see you become like them, where um you have a hard, where they have a soft brain and a hard heart. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm losing you guys. If you're following, just let me know if you know what I'm talking about. I know I'm talking a lot, and I'm using a lot of metaphorical jar- um, jargon. So I'm just, I don't know, I'm coming up with my own freaking sayings and stuff like that, you know? So something I'm going to go ahead and use. And a lot of the things I watch, like as I watch my kids, is like as I see the world. Like as I see more of the world through them than they probably know of it. But it's like you watch them and you can see them, and they, like, you can tell, okay, this is what the world started off as, right? These two kids, these little babies, not having any control over their emotions, not having any control over what they do. Sometimes they just do stuff to do it. They don't know why they're doing it, they're just doing it. So I think I think that it's like really like amazing, like to sit down and watch them sometimes and realize that this is where we all started, like the roots of where we started, right? And basically, like, I'm creating a tree, like with all the branches and everything like that, to pretty much set up for my next generation and generations to come. Because how they're raised will determine how the generations to come. That's a doozy. That's a doozy. You literally have to make sure that you are looking after your kids because you're setting them up for generations to come. So if you don't want suffering in your family anymore, you have to make sure it stops right where you're at. You can't let them suffer anymore. You can't let them hurt anymore. You can't pass that on. Anything you pass on, they will continue to pass on unless they somehow stop the cycle, but you have to make sure you stop the cycle. I don't know. Sometimes it's I guess it's difficult. It's hard, but I can see like the future, and I can see my son being more like me, and my daughter being more like her father, with a little bit of me and her and a little bit of him. But you have to stop the cycle, you know? And I'm not sure how I got to generational, like how to break generational traumas, but here we are. So, how you can go about doing that, I guess, is like I said, making sure that you are being aware of your own traumas and aware of what is hurting you and what is causing you pain, and not trying to pass that on to your children, who will then pass that on to their children and then their children and their children until somebody in your generation, in your family lineage, decides to stop the hurt. That can go on for forever. I mean, look at how much pain and suffering a lot of people are still dealing with from slavery times, from the times of the people when people were slaves, when black people were slaves, and then it's just, and then look how racism has traveled. Racism has traveled so much too, to the point where you still have people that are racist today. Why? Because that passed on through the family lineage. And it's not even their fault. It's just that's how they were raised. Because if you put two different race of kids in a room, they're going to play with each other. They don't care what color you are, they're going to have fun with you. Kids have no idea what's going on. They're just doing what, like I said, they just do. They don't think. They just do. So to say that you're born racist, no, you're never born racist. You're taught to be racist. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just something that, you're taught. So that's something that we have to break the cycle of. You have to break the cycle. So whatever you can do, like, let's say for instance, you were taught that I don't know, just peanut butter and jelly was bad for you. And then, so you always stayed clear of peanut butter and jelly. You never actually tried it. You never tried to do anything about it because you grew up learning that was peanut butter and jelly was bad news. That's what your parents taught you for years. That's what your grandma taught you. That's what your aunts, uncles, everybody taught you that. So you just stayed clear of peanut butter and jelly. Well, maybe there is a situation where you have no choice in the matter. You have to come in contact with peanut butter and jelly. I hope you're following. If you're not following, I don't, I mean, I can't get any more clearer, but I hope you're following. Peanut butter and jelly, you come in contact with peanut butter and jelly, right? So you just end up having to deal with peanut butter and jelly. And then let's say you actually come in contact with it and you like it. Now you have a different experience than your family members because of the fact that you came in contact with something that they told you to stay clear of, right? And all of a sudden, now you can take that and pass it on to your children. Is the fact that your family tried to stop you from doing something that you know that wasn't wrong to begin with. They just automatically said it was wrong. They said it was wrong. And why would they say it's wrong unless they were taught that it was wrong? There's this one little fun science thing or experiment that social experiment that somebody tried, and I'm pretty sure everybody's probably seen it already. It's this video of this girl walks in to a doctor's office and everything's normal when she gets there. She sits down, but a bell rings, and when the bell rings, everybody else stands up every time the bell rings, right? The bell rings, everybody stands up. Like, I'm talking about every single body except for her. So she's looking around like, is this normal? But time passes, and, you know, time passes, and she ends up standing up with everybody else. So now she's standing up every time the bell rings, like everybody else, like she's programmed to do, right? She's programmed. So then, as everybody else starts to leave, new people come in that have no idea of this plan or this stand up thing. And as new people are coming in, they are starting to notice that she's standing up at the bell, and they start to stand up too, to the point where it's a total system of people just standing up for no reason other than the fact that they just stood up. Like, she started she started it. It basically means that she followed something that she thought was right, and then took it down the channel, and it started She basically was programmed. It was crazy. It was a crazy social experiment. I was like, oh crap, that's crazy. I think that we all do that in some way, shape, or form. Like, in some way, shape, or form, we all are programmed to stand up every time a bell rings or something along those lines. It's like for instance, you're programmed to what can I say? You're programmed to be on social media. Every time you're on social media, you're scrolling. You're programmed to swipe right. You're programmed to swipe left. Whatever. I don't know. It's just there's a lot of things that like we get programmed to do. You're programmed to drink lots of water. They say that you need to drink lots of water. The doctor says it. You're programmed to do that. When in all actuality, we've always, for years, most people have drank only when they were thirsty. And they survived. They survived. You're programmed to go to the doctors when you're sick, or I don't know. I can't think of anything right now that Americans are normally programmed to do. But I know that there is some. It's just interesting. It's like super interesting. Anyway, I'm getting tired. If you haven't already, check out my shop, Raw Rebel Talk Shop. It is open. The link is in the description. I made it easy. Go buy you some merchandise. Right now there's a savings or sale on, I don't know if it's still going on, honestly. I'll be honest. I don't know if it's still going on. I had it going on till today. Um, so I don't know if it ended early this morning or not. But if you want to get some merch, my sale for my grand opening sale, there's my signature hoodie, the Raw Rebel Talk hoodie. It's a 25% off and free shipping. Free shipping. And then that's pretty much it. Oh, and you buy the sweatshirt, the Living Free sweatshirt, and the Living Sweet Free pants, sweatpants together, you get 10% off if you buy them together. And I pretty much made them so they match, so it's a nice set. You get the set, you get 10% off. Go check out the site, people. I made merch, and I'm gonna make more merch. I have more stuff coming soon, dropping soon. Definitely gonna keep you in a loop, and I probably will have more sales coming up soon too. So keep a lookout. Anyways, I love you guys. Spread love. Think for yourself. Live free. Bye.